Hey everybody, welcome to the live stream. So today's going to be a special episode. It shouldn't be too long, although I say that all the time and we always end up going for like an hour. So if you want to watch Sliders, the series, it's available to stream on Peacock and also for purchase on Apple TV and also on Amazon Prime. And you can also buy the series that's available on the whole collection that you can get on Amazon. But if you want like the universal versions of them, I find them easier to find on eBay. All right, let's get started with the show.
What if you could revisit brand new worlds right here from your headphones, where anything is possible? Same shows, different perspectives. We've found the gateway.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Sliding Through Dimensions. We are Sliders We Watch podcast. Today we're going to be a special episode. It's going to be season 2 kind of wrap up and then just kind of overview of all the episodes and everything. So the season had 13 episodes, which was what I think first season was 8 episodes. I believe.
9 episodes.
9 episodes?
Yeah.
Is that because they split the pilot into 2?
5,
Yes.
6, 7, 8, 9. No, 10 if you split it, but it goes Pilot, Fever, Last Days, Prince of Wales, Summer of Love, Eggheads, The Weaker Sex, The King is Back, and Luck of the Draw.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so 9 episodes. So this one had a few more episodes. They had had a bigger budget. This season, I was looking back at the episodes and I was all like, "Oh, dang, that was this season," because it felt like so long ago, like Into the Mystic and everything.
I know.
Season?
I went back because I had kept track of some of the worlds and some of the episodes, but not all the episodes. And when I was like, "Okay, I'll just rewatch quickly the second season," and then it started with Into the Mystic. I was like, "Oh, that was this season." I thought that was last season.
Yeah,
I know. So this season we had Into the Mystic, Love Gods, Jillian of the Spirits, The Good, the Bad, and the Wealthy, El Cid, Time Again in World, In Dino Veritas, Post Traumatic Slide Syndrome, Obsession, Great Fellas, The Young and the Relentless, Invasion, and As Time Goes By. So I was looking up some of the behind the scenes, like just like information for this season. So it looks like they also season 2. They also did mess with the production order and the way they aired them.
Yeah.
I guess the network Fox wanted to kind of make a shift more towards more action based, like action adventure plots, and less like philosophical and like science fiction ones, which Tracy Torme was. He was always fighting with the network over that, and he also wanted to like try to stick to like continuity stuff, which I guess they weren't a big fan of either. So that was like a big issue they were always having back and forth.
And then what was the episode that they kind of had that they liked? That it was, what was it that even the professor liked most? Was it Invasion or Post Traumatic? What was it? There was one
episode that he really liked.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know John.
Invasion.
I know John.
It might have been Invasion because it was more like science fiction-y kind of.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I guess John Rice Davey was really unhappy with like the show's direction that they were going, and he was also like criticizing the writers, the direction they were taking it to. So that's what caused him to eventually leave the show.
What?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, man.
This third season. This
He's
is
gone
last
after this
season.
one?
Yeah, he's gone after. Oh, I mean,
No, I don't.
Yeah, see, this is why I tell you.
But I mean, if you look on the cover art of season 3, you don't see him on there.
He's
That
not on
doesn't mean
season
it.
3.
I mean, he's in it. He's in it.
Oh,
But like,
that's it.
This is the last season. Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man.
So I was making a list of all the worlds they went to, right, to see how many worlds they did
for just this season, or
for
like
just
in
this
total?
season. I mean,
Okay.
I already have the ones from last season.
Uh huh.
But then I also tried to pick up on how many people they kidnapped from worlds and completely abandoned in other worlds. It was less than I thought, but
Uh huh.
4.
How many kidnappings?
so there's Ryan and Henry, right?
You
I
got
mean,
the
one's a
dog.
dog,
Well, yeah, I
but-
was gonna say.
from
but
Luck of
they're
the Draw.
they were technically taken from the first season, so I
Yeah,
don't
and
know if
brought
we
over
count
into
that
the
into
second.
this
Yeah.
season. Maybe we just count that as a
Was anybody
series whole?
taken from season 1, like from one world, from their original world, and then onto another?
No.
No, it's just started in the.
I think
in
it
the
was
second
just
season,
Ryan
right?
and Henry, right?
Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
But this season you had like a few people that kind of like hopped with them.
Yeah. So you had, you said at the beginning, you find
And
out
then
Ryan and Henry just like disappeared in the night. I guess Ryan took Henry with him.
Well,
the
we
dog
actually
did.
don't know what happened to Henry. We know that Ryan disappeared.
Ryan.
In my mind, he took Henry with him
He's
because
all-
he's the only one from his home world that
He's
he
all
knew.
like, "You're my buddy. We're in this
I
together."
know we're both. I mean, would you want that? Right? You would want somebody from your world, right?
I mean, that's all he's
Yeah,
got is
like,
the dog.
that's
Yeah.
what- so I'm like, I guess something's better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
But then later on, we have Sid and Michelle. They took them.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then Sid
of course,
died.
Sid dies on that.
And then
world.
they take Michelle, and then you never hear about Michelle ever again either.
No, I think you just assume that they found a place for her to stay, or maybe she ran off.
Because she would have gone from Sid would have technically, if we looked at the order that they were supposed to be in, right? That would have been third, and then they go into Love Gods after that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, and they didn't show her landing with them, so
Yeah.
she was never. I maybe it was another world that they didn't show.
That they dumped her
That they
onto,
dumped
I
her
guess.
on.
I don't know.
What? Actually, I guess wouldn't make sense because if you're going in like the continuity order that the production that the way they're supposed to be, that means they would have left her like on like that Murder Hornet world.
That was
Or
season 1,
even
wasn't it?
one?
No, that's
Oh,
season one.
one?
Yeah,
That was
Murder
season
Hunter.
one.
Yeah.
Oh,
In the
okay.
order that they showed them in this, in
So
the order
Love
that they
Gods?
showed them in, it was El Cid and then Time Again.
I can't remember now.
Oh,
So we start off in another world already in Time and Again. So who knows from like then
okay,
to now
okay.
where they
no,
ended
I
up.
was confusing
The
Love
70s
Gods with
one?
that 70s one. Love
Yeah.
Gods is the one where they go to that
The
where the
breeding
virus was set off
Oh,
and half
yeah,
of the male
yes,
population
that's
was
right.
killed.
Yeah.
Where they had those breeding
You're thinking of
Yeah.
Summer of
facilities.
Love, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's
No,
right.
Love Gods.
'Cause
Love
when
Gods
you-
was
when
the
you- when you
breeding
hear
one.
Love Gods, you
Love
like
Gods
think
seems more like a
70s,
70s. Yeah,
70s,
it does.
Like
Mhm.
style name. Like
I
Yeah.
guess because it just has the word love.
Yeah.
In it. But and then later on in Love Gods, right? So we go from which would have been the next episode.
Uh-huh.
They take the guy. What's his name?
Is it Daniel?
This guy.
You can't see him. This is fucking the
Him and his wife.
Yeah.
And then maybe the sister Diana. I don't know. I think it's unclear what happens to Diana. Maybe
no,
they just let.
never take the sister. I think it's
Oh,
just
so it's just him. So they
him
take
and
them.
his wife. Yeah, in that
And
van.
dump-
They were all in the van
Yeah,
when they
and
went
then
through.
from there that goes into what is that? What did I write here?
Gilligan.
Jillian?
No, something before. What the heck?
Which one are you looking?
can't even
I
read
can
my own
give you
writing.
the
It
would
looks
be
like
the good, the
the
bad, no?
good, the
bad
bad.
and the wealthy.
Yeah,
would
the
have
good.
been
They go into
after.
the good.
Hmm.
So they dumped them in some world before that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened to them. Who knows?
So yeah, so,
Yeah, they never like refer back to it.
so yeah, six people have just been displaced in other worlds.
Well, hopefully
Because
they did good.
I know.
Who
Hopefully
knows?
they're
In a better
no.
world. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had in the first episode of the season, Into the Mystic, they actually did make it home,
That's
And,
yeah. Mhm.
which I guess it's weird because like it would have set up. I feel like the way that one started, it would have been like a good starting place for like or ending place for like a season. We're like, oh, they made it.
No,
And
but
then
that'd be
they
like
took it
season.
off. Yeah. But I guess
Series.
Well, I remember. I think we talked about it last time. Where I remembered that being the season. In my head, I thought that was the season finale.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it's just like
But
them
turns out it was the
taking off from
beginning of
there.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, at the beginning of the whole season.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have the production order, right?
I do
Okay.
have the production.
What
order.
was that the first one? Was that intended?
Yeah,
to be the
yeah,
first
yeah.
one?
That
So
was
that
the
was
first
right.
one. Yeah,
And
and then
then-
it was Time Again.
Oh, okay, it was supposed to
So
be
that
Time
would have
Again
been
after.
the
6.
That's Wade Fine's rebellion group.
yeah. That's the
Trying
one with the
to
Constitution.
expose the corrupt government. Oh yeah, where
Ooh.
they slide into those different worlds. Where so was it LC the Rock, where
Oh
was it
yeah,
where-
yeah, yeah.
those where yeah
You're right. I was trying to remember what he told her, and I couldn't. But yeah, that's what he said.
yeah
The
where he
Elsie
gets
the
shot.
Rock. Yeah. And she's like, my dad.
He reminds me of my
You
dad.
look so much like my dad. My dad.
My dad got shot, guys. Quick.
I know. Oh shoot, what time is it?
It
Oh, I
is
gotta go get the
8:42. Oh, great. You have to go get the clothes. Okay, so we'll continue on.
Talk amongst
Um,
yourselves.
Yeah, we will. I'll look through some of the
What would we say is our big points this season? Them making it to their world, the professor being swapped out for another professor,
possibly,
and
yeah.
possibly,
Yeah.
and then
Or like the highlights of the
new-
season,
Yeah, I'd say those
and
two,
then
and
the
the
introduction
alien,
of the Kromaggs
Mhm.
would be like the big things. Yeah. I guess that would be the most.
important things that have happened.
Yeah.
This season. They're we'll probably. Well, I guess only one will be focused on next season, but still,
Yeah.
it carries over. Mhm.
Yeah, so those are like the big highlights of the season.
Yeah.
So I had a note here for the unaired production order. It says episodes were aired out of their intended narrative sequence, causing continuity issues. For example, introduces the plot. Wait, hold on. I think that's wrong. I'm sorry. And that one was wrong. I had that down wrong. They had an episode. I think I was looking up something and it had a double cross for this season. And I'm like, no, that's not right.
Is that next
That's in season 3. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's a episode 2 of season 3.
Oh.
I said they had a bigger budget. So the average episode budget for season 2 was approximately 1.2 to 1.5 million per episode,
Shit.
slightly higher than season 1.
Mhm.
Still, the team faced budget cuts mid-season, leading to bottle episodes. Like, for example, in Dino Veritas, had only one major set
Yeah.
and reused dinosaur footage from Prehysteria and Carnosaur, which I guess were movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah,
Like
so they
using
reused footage from there. And then I thought that was weird too, because they were just kind of stuck in that one cave the whole episode.
Yeah.
So that makes
I
sense.
mean, you get a lot of nature shots too, though, when they're
Yeah.
outside of the cave, which I think is.
I wonder if that
makes
was.
sense.
Yeah,
to
well, they
pay
had
for
some,
that.
well, I could say a lot of the dinosaur shots, like those dinosaur vision
Mhm.
like shots, were those are the ones they reused.
Yeah.
Your mom was saying that we should check them out and see if we can see what footage they use from those movies.
specifically?
Yeah.
Sure, you can't even find those films anymore.
Oh, you might be able to find like clips of them on YouTube and stuff like that. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then filming locations. Most of season 2 was shot in Vancouver, which helped reduce costs. Backlot reuse and location redressing were common. Like, for instance, the same courthouse appeared in several different
Episodes.
realities.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The one that you see at the end is also the same one they use when it
Outside,
starts
right?
off. Or no, or maybe not Sid, but I'm thinking of the episode where it starts off immediately with where it's I think Rembrandt. Oh, it's the one where it goes where it starts off with Wade in jail. Quinn in jail, and it comes out to the courtroom with Rembrandt and the professor, and they like break out and teleport in the courtroom. Remember?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
That
I'm
makes
sure
sense,
that's common. I'm sure if it's easy to do that because if you're like technically
plot point
going
wise,
to
it
the
would make
same-
sense. Yeah,
you're going to the same world. Well, not
world.
same world, but like
Same
different,
city.
same
Same
city,
city.
just different. Like you could totally redress different locations and reuse them.
Yeah.
And then of course in the season we got new lore. The Kromaggs introduced in episode 12, Invasion.
Mhm.
So I guess the Kromaggs were envisioned by co-creator Tracy Torme as a larger threat across the multiverse. Their appearance marked an attempt to introduce a long-term mythology to the show. Fox, however, was resistant to serializing, making follow-through difficult. So, like, that's what the studio wanted to, like, not have to worry about, like streamlining, like, the episodes and, like, one leading into the other.
Mhm.
Which I guess for this type of show kind
Makes
of
sense.
works, like where
Yeah.
you can like kind of jump in at any point and not feel like you missed something from
Yeah.
the previous week,
Mhm.
unless it was like they do have a couple like episodes here and there
Like a
that are
double?
2-parters,
Mhm.
and that's the only ones you would have to watch like
In order.
in order.
Yeah.
Which it works, but then at the same time, like that sucks if you shot it to air a certain way, and then the studio decides, oh, we're just
fuck it
gonna
up.
put it however we
Yeah.
want.
I mean, I think that's common, right?
Yeah.
In Hollywood, it's
Yeah.
like the director or the creator has like a certain vision, and a lot of the times, the studios end up just like messing with their vision anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure it was common back in the '90s too
I
for
feel
the
like it's probably
studios.
common now.
And
Yeah.
I mean, the joke
it
is
is.
always like that's the artist and then the studio heads.
We just watched the whole show about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, I think it also depends on who the artist is. If you're like a more high
Oh,
profile,
higher. Yeah, they'll just let you
like
do whatever
artist,
you
then
want.
they'll let you do
Mhm.
whatever you want. You have free reign. They
Yeah,
just
Chris
give you
Nolan.
a big budget. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but that's
but
the way
I'm
it
sure
is.
they still like. There's always.
I think once you make something big, like I'm sure like Ryan Coogler is a great example right now. He made Sinners, and I'm sure now like Universal's gonna give him a shit ton of money. He can do whatever he wants with it. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you would hope so, but I'm sure there are definitely other directors that they're more lenient with than others.
Yeah.
Do
and
you
then,
feel like maybe at a certain point Michael Bay was like that, where they were?
Oh
just
yeah, they would
like,
give him for
"Oh,
anything.
Here's like a
Mhm.
ton of money.
oh yeah.
You know.
He's doing good for them. So yeah.
And then sometimes they do like a thing where like, okay, you do this movie for us,
Oh,
and then
Tit
the
for
next
Tat, the
one,
Soderbergh.
yeah, you can
Soderbergh
do
movie.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. What was your guys' favorite episodes from the season? Like if you had to pick like a couple, like top three. Give me top
Top
three.
three.
Yeah.
Top
see the list.
three.
Yeah,
Post traumatic has to be in there, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, in Dino is going to be in Xanadu.
That is like all three in Dino.
He's like,
all
my
of them.
first is probably in Dino, and then my second is probably in Dino.
And then my third,
Um,
I'm gonna have to see in Dino.
Into the Mystic, I thought was kind of cute too.
Oh, and the nods to Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, or just like something so fun, you know.
Yeah.
It is definitely not going to be. What was the one? Shoot, what was the one where Quinn kept trying to save that girl?
Oh, the most recent. The last time goes. By.
Oh, as time goes by,
yeah, as time goes by.
where he
The
tried to
most
save
recent
his,
one we just
Is
saw.
it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the last episode of the season.
That's fair. With the time goes backwards.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yes.
It's that
Yeah,
one.
it was that one.
13,
Don't lie, you
13, yeah.
love that one.
That was definitely not going to be one. What's yours? Do you have a top three yet?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do Into the Mystic for sure.
Hold on.
I like that one.
Looking at the order they should have been shot in, As Time Goes By is straight before Jillian of the Spirits.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, I was thinking he would kind of had a love interest with her, but I guess he kind of didn't, huh?
And
no.
spirits.
Oh no, actually, As Time Goes By is after Love Gods. So after he had a love child with a random woman, he's
Is
like,
that in
all
Love
of a
God? Was that
sudden-
this season?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
this
season
season.
one.
No, yeah,
No,
that was in Love
this
Gods.
season. So after he had like a random interdimensional baby,
Yeah.
he is all of a sudden
It's a tit for tat
lovesick
system.
over
That was a
here.
tit for tat, man.
He's all of a sudden lovesick for this
She's
other
all like,
chick.
"You give me a baby, I'll give you some.
I'll let you
cookies."
out. Yeah.
She's like, "I'll give you some shares of my company. You take them back." I'm sure a little crossover. Yeah. So, and for me, Into the Mystic, and I also like The Good, the Bad, and the Wealthy because I'm a sucker for Western stuff.
Oh my god, you
Hate
like the good, the
Western.
bad, and the
I like the Western stuff, the aspect of it.
You're all like, I love a man in
Um,
chops.
And then, yeah, probably Post Traumatic as well. That one was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably those three. Oh, what were your three?
I would probably do Greatfellas. I like monster films, and I feel like it does have a pretty interesting thing.
Oh, I thought you said
Go ahead.
monster films.
No,
I was like,
monster.
monster.
films.
Monster.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Greatfellas.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was good.
Greatfellas, Post Traumatic, and then The Young and Relentless. Actually.
you like The
I like
Young and the
I like
Relentless?
it really just because I like the soundtrack choice of how it's supposed to fit, like
Like a soap opera.
like a soap opera. I
Yeah.
think it's I think it does a pretty good job of recreating a soap opera. I think it's very interesting.
I think yeah, and I like watching it a second time, like, or not a second time, but like just like rewatching it now, like older. I like how you can kind of see the themes in every episode as you
Yeah.
go along. How like, but
Mhm.
whether it's like related to books or current movies at the time that were popular and stuff like that. How they try to incorporate that in into the episodes and stuff like that.
It
Just
is
because they're all like,
interesting to
oh, this will grab ratings because people will be like, oh, it kind of reminds me of this movie or this book or something.
That's true. I still can't really pick mine. Post-traumatic, Into the Mystic. And I'm trying to think if I liked one of these more than the other.
you still
I
on
know.
that.
I'm still stuck on my third one.
Just saying, Dino Veritas. You know you loved it.
I'm trying to think. I'm
Honorable
trying to think
mention
if I
in Dino
liked
Veritas.
Invasion more than I liked Young and Relentless.
Oh, Invasion's pretty good too.
I know.
I like the psychological element of Invasion.
Of Invasion. Oh yeah, that one was a good.
Like,
One too.
that is a really
that
good
one's
scene.
that one's like
Yeah.
a good one that would be up there too. For sure, top 5.
That'd probably be it.
What was your
Because
three then?
Elcid was pretty decent though.
You just because
too.
it had
I know, I do
Jeffrey
like
Dean
him,
Morgan
yeah.
in it.
That
might
was
be it.
interesting. I do like the settings of El Cid. Like I like the architecture you see.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, that was cool. No, there was definitely like
you know what
interesting
Obsession
aspects to that
had?
world.
The Pride and the Prejudice.
Yeah.
Pride and
Oh,
Prejudice.
that was
Prejudice.
the book
The Obsession. I
references.
did like the twist. I'm a sucker for twists sometimes, right?
Uh-huh.
Or reveals, and it had like a decent reveal where it was like certain things were set in motion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how the Oracle purposely tried to hit Wade because he knew it was going to set this whole thing in motion.
Yeah,
Where it would
his like
kinda
line,
change.
and also, oh, you know what? That was the other thing. So in what was that again? That was Obsession, right?
Uh-huh.
So in the end of Obsession, he's like, oh no, when they leave,
Yeah.
and they're like, what? And he's like, I just saw what world they were gonna go into next.
Uh-huh.
So Obsession, right? What
Oh,
would
you're
have been
going
next?
production like what would have been next to the world that he saw?
Oh, it would have been Invasion.
Oh,
So
really?
that makes sense.
Oh!
See, that
That's
makes
pretty
more
cool.
sense. The way that we saw it, it was
Great
young,
Fellas.
no, it was Young and Relentless.
According to that.
Oh, yeah, Great
Fellas.
Fellas. It was Great
was
Fellas.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't have made as big a sense, but
yeah,
Invasion,
with
yeah.
Invasion being
That
right
actually does
after.
make
What a
good
great
sense.
line
Yeah.
ruined by
Yeah.
messing with the order.
Yeah, I know, right? Because then you're all like, if you watch that like on TV,
Mobsters
and you're all
aren't that
like,
bad.
You're all like, well, you're like,
Like,
I'm like,
what are you talking about? They got to see what's
I'm all
his
Rembrandt
name?
got-
Oh
Christopher
yeah,
Mays'
Jason Mays, the
dad.
Velvet Fog.
I'm like, Rembrandt got like a random $5,000. It's great.
Yeah, he got some money.
Actually, I forget how much they gave him.
Wasn't it like 100,000?
Was it
100,000 cash, I believe.
And he just took it. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't think anything kind of shit beyond that. How funny.
Yeah.
That's how much he believes in his craft.
I know, huh? Yeah, so there was I wish I should have got down like all the special guests that we had for this season. Yeah, Tracy
we got
Tormes'
Will
dad.
Sasso a couple times. We got Tracy
yeah,
Tormes'
you got-
dad.
Yeah, you got Will Sasso a couple times as Calhoun.
Oh, you got his the brother.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
the
Charlie
brother.
O'Connell.
That's
Yeah.
He had a little in what was it in in the last episode as
Mhm.
time goes by. Yeah.
Obsession. The dude who was the main Oracle is
yes, he's
he does a lot of movies. He did a lot of movies
Oh,
too,
yeah,
right?
that's
true,
He's
yeah.
in music too.
yeah, and I'm sure we're missing a few others.
Probably.
But yeah, because I feel like they always try to throw in like some. They had the from
Well,
Invasion.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
From
Oh, that's
Invasion,
true,
they had
Jeffrey
that
Dean
chick
Morgan.
who was like the speaker for the
Oh,
Kromaggs.
is she
She's
known
been-
for stuff?
she's been in
Oh,
other
like
stuff.
stuff, yeah.
Like she was in the
She's
Truman
been
Show.
in things. She's been in
She was
things.
in the Truman Show, and I forget what else they said that she was on. But like
She
you
was
know,
in Truman Show.
yeah, she was.
I can't. Is it weird? I only picture white people only in Truman Show.
No, I mean,
she
it was
one of the
very
ones that-
white
yeah.
people heavy.
She was one of the because what Paul Giamatti was also in the Truman Show.
Paul Giamatti's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Truman
Yeah,
Show.
he's one of the
tech guys,
technicians,
technician
right?
guys.
Oh,
And
oh, that's
she
right.
also-
Yeah.
She was also one of
A
the
technician?
technicians.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why. She's
Yeah.
a technician.
No one ever remembers.
Nobody remembers the text.
Technician. Yeah.
I was trying to hang all of these right now, but
Okay.
kind of hard.
Yeah.
Did you find any facts about this season?
No.
No, I was more into like trying to figure out whether that's our
Planets?
professor or not.
Oh.
So I was trying
You were
to take
trying-
notes. So okay, when did that happen? So that would have been post-traumatic.
Yeah,
So then we would have
just
had
sounds-
in Dino, Great Fellas, and then Young and Restless, huh?
Yeah.
And as time goes by.
And Great Fellas. No, there wasn't really any clues there. Young and Relentless.
Well, all the clues you have are ones you're making up in your own head, by the way.
No. They're
Really?
straightforward facts.
Yeah.
Young and relentless. He was grumpy, but he didn't seem that grumpy. All right. I still think he's not our professor, but
Yeah, who knows? All right, so let me just go down the list of all the episodes and just like a little brief thing that happened in them. So we had Into the Mystic. Of course, the Sliders land in a world where magic and mysticism rule. Arturo seeks help from a wizard.
Oh,
to
you
find
want to do that in combination of trying to
what?
To make out the list of the worlds?
Oh, did you want to go down that?
So
Okay,
I can do.
go
So
ahead.
we can kind of go. We'll kind of go.
You have it broken down.
Did
to how
you
many
have-
I
words
have
are
it
in
broken
each episode?
down. I have it broken down in each episode.
Okay.
Okay.
And in some of them, I have names, but in some of them, I can't figure out what to name them.
Uh-huh.
So Into the Mystic was our first one, right?
Yeah.
So that's
Three
our first
worlds.
world.
2 worlds.
Here's the question:
Oh, 3 now.
we don't
Know what the world before they go into the Mystic would be called?
know. So it
No.
starts off with the dream,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Quinn is having that dream about like I'm dead, because we do see this world
Very briefly. It was right after he
in
got
the
shot.
end of the last one.
Yeah, and then it was Ryan who
So-
saved him.
This one we called.
Bullet World.
Okay, so we had
Unique
Henry's
death.
Homeworld, which was the one that they left
From Luck of the Draw.
and then our last one that one was Oh No Quinn because he was shot.
That's what you named it?
Yeah.
Oh no, Quinn.
Oh No Quinn.
Should have named
Should
it
make
Wade.
So
like the way
then,
Wade said,
so then this is
"No."
what I think. I know. No. So then it starts off with the dream, which obviously is not a world that we're counting, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
No, it's just a dream.
And then he wakes up. Well, I'm counting this as the same one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
just one.
Yeah.
So then I decided instead of calling it Oh No Quinn, maybe we should call it Ryan's or Henry's new home,
I guess. If
right?
you want to
Because
call
that's
it that.
kind of like where it's at. So that technically is part of last season. So it doesn't
I mean,
start
it
on our
crosses
world, right? It doesn't start on this list, right? Or does it start this list?
Did you count it on last list?
I counted in the last
Okay, then it
list.
doesn't count this list.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't.
So
count
then
Luck
we
of the
go
Draw.
straight into mystical world, right?
Yeah.
So okay, there's that. And
Yeah,
then
so that's one. And they only went.
And their
they
actual.
were
Oh
only
wait,
there.
do we count their actual world?
That's what I'm gonna ask too.
No, I don't think so.
Do we
Nope.
call Prime or do we put that on our list?
No.
No,
Because it's
'cause
already
that's
on the
where
list
they
for first
originated
one.
from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if it's already been counting, we're not putting it on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just counting new world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we go from that, we go
To
to
Love
Love
Gods.
Gods,
Uh-huh.
which is where
The virus.
the virus happened.
Yeah.
Do you want to do like a little count and then we'll talk about the worlds? Like, do you want to do a breakdown of what that world was?
Oh
We're
well,
talking
I just have like a little brief little thing
It's a
about what happened in that
synopsis.
episode. Yeah, so this is the group slides into a dystopian where a virus has wiped out most of the men, making Quinn and Arturo valuable breeding stock, and also
what about
Rembrandt,
Rembrandt?
too. And also
They just
Rembrandt
left
too. They
Rembrandt.
didn't care to add him in there on this, so yeah, but also Rembrandt as well.
Okay, so we only had one world, which
Yeah.
was the main world we saw. Now, these are the things I had as an idea for the name.
Hmm
Woman's World, I don't know. Quinn the Breeder or Quinn's the Dad.
You can't really
I
call it that
wouldn't
because you
call it
don't
that
know
because
that.
that's. I
to the
also
end.
wouldn't call it that just because it has to take over. It has to be a whole world. It can't just be because
Yeah,
of
you
one
just-
thing
you can't
happening.
focus it down
But
to
one of
person.
our other names
Oh well, first of all, you changed.
was
Oh
Quinn
no.
the Tagger.
Oh.
So we had one world called Quinn the Tagger, Quinn the Millionaire, Quinn Patient Zero.
Uh huh.
But
So we
I feel
have
like-
had worlds that were named
Or just like
after
focus
Quinn.
on one character.
Yeah.
But I would just call it Breeder's World because that's what it is.
Breeder's
I
World?
would just call it Breeder's World.
Okay, I'll call this one Breeder's World then.
Brainers World.
So after that, it heads us into Jillian of the Spirits. So if you
Uh-huh.
want to give like a little
Oh
rundown of
yeah,
what that
yeah.
is.
So Jillian Spirits, after EMP blast, Quinn is knocked out of the phase and can't be seen or heard. The group tries to fix the timer while Quinn communicates through a psychic, who is Jillian.
Okay, so in this one, we have the first world that we see them. It's like all stormy. They're in those like
Those like
Like
suckers,
crab
fisherman
like those fishermen.
outfits,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
that one I just had it labeled as Storm World.
yeah,
that
that
works.
works. That
All right.
works.
And then we go into
Spirit
the actual
world.
world. Now, I had
This
that labeled as
one's-
Quinn the Ghost.
No,
But
I
he's
feel
not
like
a
this
ghost,
one's more
though.
like
He's in another plane.
Quinn in the other plane.
uh
Psychic
like-
world, I guess.
no, it's more.
No,
It's a
it's-
world where like electronics are restricted.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's like their
So
whole
then
thing.
what? Okay, so then no
You would just-
electronics world.
No devices.
Sure, electronics, and then one of those like O's with the strikes against
It would be like old school electronics world or something like
Oh,
that. You know what I mean?
Like what's the term?
What's
Fucking blues, like in Vegas. That DLC, Old World Blues.
I would
I would call that Old World
Old
Blues.
World Blues.
Yeah, that would make
Old
sense.
World
Old
Blues.
World
World
Blues
Blues?
is like the definition of being like.
Is it?
It's like a electronic prohibition world.
Oh, I like
There you
that.
go.
Actually, I like
That's
that one.
pretty
Then. Okay. You're like, I actually thought of it 5 minutes ago, but I just wanted to.
No, I was trying to think how to like word it. And I was like, what would you consider? Because it's basically
Yeah.
like prohibition. People are like still like
Trying
on the
to use
slide
electronics.
working on like higher electronic stuff.
Yeah.
Because once the prohibition is lifted, then these companies are gonna start like
That's
like
true.
selling all this electronics.
And then, of course, they jump into Nudist World, which I think is just.
Oh yeah,
perfect.
that's right at the very
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that leads us into
the good, the bad, and the wealthy.
Yeah.
Which I would just call it like Western gunslinger world.
Spaghetti
was-
Western world.
Yeah.
Western World. I also put the West lives. The West lives on world.
Yeah.
The
No,
Wild Wild West world.
we can't call it West World because that's a whole nother show.
Well, that's true, but it is a
Western
West
world,
world because it
Western
is like
world.
Western
Spaghetti Western
themed. Yeah.
world.
Okay, okay.
That's what it is. It's just a spaghetti.
We'll call it Western World
Western world.
because we don't want to get we don't want to
That's
get
hard. That's a tough
we
one to come
don't
up
we
with.
don't want to get sued. So
Like Westworld didn't do too good towards the end.
and then after that we go into El
Cid,
Cid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which
So-
is War World?
Yeah,
I
pretty
call
much,
it
right?
Sid's
Or
World.
oh, you know what?
Sid's world.
No, because I mean, there's
Like
like
from
war
Cold
going on.
War.
There's like a whole battle going on within.
Yeah, there is.
But we
like,
actually don't know what's going on in that.
There's
You know what? Let's call
like-
it Battlefield
it's like
World.
war torn
Battlefield
world.
World?
Yeah, I like
Okay.
Battlefield
Okay.
world.
Battlefield World it
Earth.
is.
Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield. Earth.
No man, that's a
different
movie too.
You want John Travolta
Is that
coming
really a
after you?
movie?
Yeah.
Battlefield Earth.
Yeah.
You want to know something about Battlefield Earth? I love John Travolta right when I was younger. I still appreciate him, but this movie came out and I was like, I need to watch this movie. So I borrowed the movie, and I legitimately fell asleep the first 2 to 3 times I tried to watch it.
Oh, that's like me with Blade Runner.
Oh,
Is
really?
it a dystopian world? I'm assuming it's a dystopian
It's like
where
aliens.
everyone.
It's
Oh,
like-
it's aliens.
It's aliens,
world,
yeah.
It's like aliens.
But like I would,
battles.
and it was always like I'd be laying down on the bed. I was on my mom's bed. I was laying down on the bed trying to watch it, and then it just next thing I know,
Yeah.
my eyes are open and it's the end of the movie.
Wow, what a movie!
And it happened, and that happened like 2 or 3 times. I really had to like force myself to watch
I'm sure John
it.
Travolta would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Right.
You're like, you're right,
Nah.
John Travolta.
I loved it.
The battles are
Yeah.
But
bad.
that's the thing.
I tried
That
to.
doesn't speak to my love of John Travolta. That I still like. I
You
still
spent
did
three-
it.
Yeah,
Though.
You're like, I tried 3 times. I tried.
Yeah, Battlefield World, Prison World.
Battlefield World, and then so then Prison World is what I had for the next one.
Really? Wouldn't you call that Earthquake World? Because they're on the.
Oh,
that's
that's
the whole
right.
point.
Earthquakes are going on.
Like
Yeah.
Earthquake is like the whole world is like being, or at least San Francisco is being threatened with the earthquake totally dropping them into the ocean.
I don't know. Oh, well, you know what? But the thing is
SF
that
prison.
World? How about
because all of that
SF
stuff is a
Prison
prison.
Yeah, that's true.
World? Can
Alright,
we,
I
can we
guess you
agree
could
on
do
that? SF
Yeah,
Prison
yeah.
World.
I would do SF slash
Mhm.
Earthquake. Death imminent world.
Let's see. And then that leads us into Time Again.
Time beginning world, yeah. And then you would call that one.
Well, go. What happened in that work?
Oh yeah, we didn't even go over El Cid or the good, the bad, and the wealthy.
Oh,
yeah,
here
so,
go.
so yeah, so in the good, the bad, and the wealthy is obviously it's in this world lawyers duel with guns. Quinn gets caught up in a legal gunfight, and then El Cid, the sliders accidentally bring a violent criminal into the next world, a high surveillance lockdown society that is obviously on the verge of like I said, earthquake coming in, knocking them into the ocean. And then one time again in world, Wade finds herself. What? Oh, what was this one?
Is this the?
Remember,
the
it's like the
Yeah,
it's the
right,
one
it's
with the
weird.
Constitution, no?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, that's right. Okay, so yeah, it's a world where they actually they go. Okay, so they go into 2 worlds in that one because it's like
So
a
the
back to
first
back
one
slide. type
is a
thing.
lady stash world.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
They're in-
That's what I called it.
this episode.
Yeah.
So I just called that one lady stash world.
Oh, yeah, because the females have like either mustaches or goatees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they witness like a murder out in the streets, and then she gets handed this this little book of matches that has this disc inside of it, and then they go on to the next world, and the exact same thing almost happens, where except the opposite person gets shot.
Yeah.
And then that kind of
And
carries
so-
over from there, and then there's like a whole Declaration of Independence thing.
Constitution.
Oh, Constitution.
The
That's right,
We
I'm
already
sorry.
did the Declaration.
Oh, that's
No,
right.
we did the
Deco.
Bill of
Yeah,
Rights.
We did the Bill of
We did the
Rights.
Bill of Rights.
We haven't done the Constitution.
We haven't done the Constitution yet.
We did Bill of Rights, but he basically didn't he when he didn't
They had to
look it up,
recreate
like
the Constitution too, didn't they?
Mm-mm.
No, they already.
This
had,
one, they
had
had the
the Magna
Constitution.
No, in this one, yeah.
No,
Oh,
right?
yes.
We the people. That's
We the
Constitution,
people.
right?
What they
It's
had
the
like a
preamble.
weird, this weird abridged version in this one, right?
Preamble of the Constitution.
Like there was stuff cut out from the original. There was no original copy of the
Yeah, no one had the original
The copy
copy.
of the-
yeah
Constitution.
of the,
Except for
of
that
the
guy
Bill
that
of
got
Rights. Yeah,
No, Constitution.
are you sure?
I don't know. That's how.
No, if it's the We the People. That's the preamble of the Constitution.
Yeah. See.
Oh, okay. Then maybe that's what it
I'm
was.
like,
There
look,
wasn't
it's been
a
a long time since
okay.
I've been at
Yeah.
school.
so there
So
wasn't
then that
like,
world, I was trying to
Oh my
figure
God.
out.
you're dying.
I was trying to figure out. I'm like, they got me. I essentially kind of called it Kilt World because all the dudes were wearing kilts.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, in the second
And
one.
then I was like, I put Kilt World or the one with the Constitution World.
Either one works.
Either one. Yeah.
And then of course after that
No
we had
Constitution World.
yeah.
Where is the Constitution World? What should
I
we
don't
call
know.
this one?
Just call it Kilt World.
Kilt World.
Yeah,
alright.
I'm good. Kilt World.
And then in the next one
In
we
Dino?
had
It's
Indino.
Dino.
And
Yeah.
Dino Veritas,
Mhm.
which the team must deal with truth callers
Yeah.
while evading a hungry dinosaur in a jungle world. And
So that obviously the first world was just Truth
yeah,
World.
they were on the world where they had these truth callers, and you had to tell the truth or you got
Yeah.
zapped.
So
and then
that
from
one,
there-
I thought that was kind of easy.
Yeah, that one was
And then
easy.
we go into the Dino,
Dino
Reserve,
Reserve
World.
World.
is that
Yeah,
what it's called?
Dino Reserve. World.
Yeah, because the whole
Okay.
San Francisco is a
It's a
dinosaur like was it a protective area, just like it's a reservation for like.
And then after that, we go into a world where I called it Jurassic Park World or Dino Dig World.
Oh, at the very
he-
end.
At
architecture.
the end, he ends
They're not
up
architecture.
What are they called?
because it wasn't really.
Paleontologist.
Yeah, paleontologist world, because they were just digging up dinosaurs.
I know, but the whole world
But you can't really
isn't a
call it that world.
paleontologist. That's why I was like Dino Dig World. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
I guess the fact that they're
You
looking
don't
for
really know.
fossils in San Francisco.
But then it's also we also said Jurassic Park because that dude was like defo dressed to match.
Oh, like
yeah.
that was the point. Yeah, I think that was the point.
So I don't
This
know.
whole
what-
this whole episode was like obviously a nod to Jurassic Park.
what do you guys want to call this one?
I don't know. You
What
can
is
call
it?
it. You can't really. You can't.
Excavation.
Yeah, you could just do excavation world because you don't really know.
Okay,
They don't give you too much to go off of as to actually give it like an
that's
actual
true
name
of
for
most
the world.
of these, though.
Well, you just go all right. You just
Excavation
work with
world
what you got.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. What that's what
Excavation.
it's all. Oops, I broke some bones world.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a Quinn the Bone Breaker. Oh, that's actually
That's
pretty
his
good.
wrestling name.
I know. And then that
and after that,
leads us into post-traumatic
Post-traumatic
slide.
slide syndrome,
Yeah.
which the sliders think they've returned home, but Arturo isn't. No, I'm sorry, but Quinn isn't convinced. And a suspenseful, paranoia-fueled episode with a surprise twist.
And so
So-
that one starts off therapy world. I thought was kind of fitting.
Oh yeah. Because it.
Oh.
Yeah, because it starts off with
It starts with that
With
one. That's the
Rembrandt.
last.
like
world.
kind of talking about. Yeah, that's the last world they slide
Yeah,
from at the end of the
yeah,
episode.
that was-
But that's the first world we see. So this is where so there's only two worlds that we see in this episode. Therapy world and almost world.
Yeah.
So how do we put them in order? Do we put them in order of
Well,
I would say,
it
you know, it's
would be
obviously
like
almost
almost
world.
because that happened
Almost
first.
world
You're
and
getting
then
the
therapy
story, the
world?
backstory
Yeah,
to
yeah.
it. Yeah, of course.
okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that
So
one
14 would be almost world.
you would
And
be.
then 15 would be therapy.
Surprised you
world.
didn't call it like Arturo. Possible.
No, almost world makes
No,
sense. to
that's
me.
all.
Yeah.
But this is where we find where we're left to decide: is this our professor? Is this not? Our
Yeah, at the end of the
professor?
episode, there's like
Also,
a question.
great drawing skills from the professor because that little face was hilarious.
Oh, the little face. he
Oh,
drew.
on
Yeah.
the board when he
He's
tries
on-
asking.
Yeah.
But
So yeah. So do we think that the one tied up originally?
I think that was our original
ours?
professor.
Professor.
Okay, and then
Oh,
they
that's
kind of
kind
got
yeah.
mixed up in the struggle,
But
and you didn't
who
know
went
who was
through
who.
the portal? What do you guys think?
I
I'm on
don't
the
know.
side. I don't think it's our professor.
Well, you can kind of make an assumption. I mean, you can make that assumption just based on like that Arturo's like initial reaction to after they leave and he's stuck there, and you would automatically assume you'd be like, oh, they obviously took the wrong Arturo with them, but you don't know that for sure.
You know what though? Remember, my thing was our professor wouldn't have taken that thing from
an
the
invasion
alien,
that he wouldn't have taken.
But
that
invasion
thing?
was actually before post.
Oh, okay.
So that is
Yeah,
our
the
professor that
professor.
takes that
Yeah.
watch or
Yeah.
that tracker.
Well, I mean,
I was
he
wrong
didn't
about our
take it.
professor.
He didn't take it
He is
just.
a little thief.
Well, I mean, the reason he doesn't take it just because he wanted to keep
Yeah,
it.
he did.
Took it because he
He
needed
took
some
it 'cause
kind of
he just-
proof. If you were going to tell
Oh, yeah, if
people
you're gonna tell
about
the people,
an impending
yeah.
That's
invasion, you
still
need
not
some kind
proof,
of.
though.
Oh, well, I mean,
That tech
something. It's
doesn't
like an
exist
advanced
anywhere
He
else,
should have
technology.
taken
so-
the dead body.
Oh yeah, let me
Take
just
a
fucking
fucking body
just
of
throw a
him.
dead
Yeah.
body over me and
You got a
take it with me.
backpack. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
you should just chop off his head and take it with you.
What's on your mind, Xander? What do you think? Do you think our professor, or do you think not our professor?
I feel like it probably is their professor, but I feel like they forget about it by the third season, so it doesn't matter
They're like,
anymore.
yeah.
And
That's
so it
true.
is,
They
it's
never
our
make
professor.
mention of it.
Yeah,
They don't even try to like.
it doesn't matter.
Well,
Yeah,
They didn't even question it. But I mean, at that point, what can they do? They don't have the ability to
to go back.
to go
I guess
back.
once they get back home, they can go back and get them.
Maybe.
I think if
Yeah.
they revamp this, that should be one of the
Oh, you want a
episodes.
remake?
Oh,
of
where
Let's
he
Sliders?
read-
built his own slider device, like on that world,
That would be cool.
and tracked them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I think you
we
could
already
bring back.
know
We could
he's
bring
not-
back Sliders that way.
we
Honestly,
already know
Sure.
he's actually not going to do that.
he would do it.
We don't know that.
Because
we don't know
he
that.
can't even fix the time.
You know, I would
that's in
love
front
a-
of
He's
him.
got plenty
like
of time on
not
his
a
hands.
remake,
He's
but
not
a
doing anything else.
continuation of him like being upset that they never went back for him, and he makes it like a slider machine, and then tries to kill them in every single other.
in the
Slider
other world.
world.
Turns out he's a Kromagg,
Well,
actually.
That'd
I
be
mean,
cool.
technically, okay. So if we are to believe that Quinn and Wade and them from that world slid, that means he has all of the formulas and everything in his basement. So it should still be there. So that would be easy for
But
the
he's
professor
had
to
the
go off of
timer
that.
in front of him, and he hasn't been able to
because
fix
he
it.
didn't build it himself. He
Exactly.
doesn't know. I know. I'm
though.
saying he would build his own version of it.
I don't know.
I doubt he could do it.
Who knows?
you,
Yeah.
you think he can?
I'm sure after I mean,
Yeah.
after the amount of time, yeah, he could keep it.
He's not a young man.
It doesn't
He's
matter.
got
He's not-
constantly.
no,
What
Quinn
else is he doing,
gone,
man?
that's
He's
right.
got nothing but time on
He's
his
gotta
side
work-
now.
he's gotta
that's
work
it.
in
That's
that
all he
world.
can do. He's got all the time he
He's
has.
got to go to work, man.
Yeah. That's true.
Work, schmirk. So
And then
from there
it
we go
leads us
to
into
obsession.
obsession. Yeah.
which is Wade is pursued by a psychic prince in a world where clairvoyancy dominates society.
It's the first
So
world.
here's the other question.
Uh-huh.
We start this one
Running
off
down
in
the
a
hill.
dream.
Oh, it's like they're in like
That's a
India
dream.
world.
Forget trying to put dreams in the
Not
world.
said we're not counting
but
dreams.
we know that this is actually a past life.
Yes,
And it's not
do
a
we-
world.
No, it's not. No,
It's
stop
not
trying
a
to make
world.
this another world.
Fine.
Stop trying to make
Fine.
dreams another world.
Dreams
No,
are
it's just a
always
dream.
Okay, so then this episode then
Starts
starts
off
off in New
Running down the
India.
hill.
New India world, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they slide from there into
Psychic
the
world.
psychic world or clairvoyancy world, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I just called it Psychic World in my
Okay,
notes.
yeah. And then from there they leave.
Actually,
Do they?
it would
And then
show
they
the
go
road
into
to it.
Great Fellas.
Yeah, then we go into Great
Yeah.
Fellas, which is the team slides into a world run by organized crime where Rembrandt's
space.
double is what was he? U.S. Marshal?
He's part of the FBI.
Yeah,
Oh,
part of
FBI, FBI,
but
that's
like
right.
they don't have the budget, so they're in some sort of like
They're in
weird-
a warehouse.
Yeah.
By the docks.
So this one we start off in. I didn't know if I should call it lawyer world or lawsuit world
Yeah.
because it's like remember they're trying to order food and you have to have like all of these things.
Yeah,
Oh.
Like it's I think
Yeah.
it's like 84% of the
Population are
population.
lawyers.
Oh
are
yeah, or
lawyers.
lawyers.
Law
oh,
world.
okay. Yeah, you
Law
could do
world?
some
Yeah.
law-abiding citizen world.
And then
Mobster
we go
world.
into mafia world. Oh, mobster world.
Yeah.
Okay.
From there.
Mobster. What's the difference between mobster and mafia?
A mobster is in an individual. He's a mobster. He's part of the mafia. The mafia is the group.
Oh, the mafia is the
Yeah.
greater. The
Organization.
mobster is the individual.
The individual. Yeah.
And then that leads us into Young and Relentless.
Yes. A youth-dominated society gives the sliders a glimpse of what happens when young people run corporations and courts. Yeah. So that.
So that one I was like Quinn's Dead World,
Yeah. technically,
or
they-
Soap Opera
Murdered.
World,
I like soap.
It's soap opera world, but yeah, also Quinn
or
is dead in
Young
that world.
World, or no
Quinn
one over
and Wade
no
are
one
married
over-
world.
or No One Over 30 World. I had a few.
Quinn smooches a whole bunch world.
No, soap opera world.
Soap opera world. All right.
Yeah, so it's a pop world, and then that leads into invasion.
Yeah.
The sliders arrive on a world devastated by alien invasion and discover the Kromaggs, an intelligent, materialistic primates from parallel Earth who can slide. It marks the first appearance of the recurring threat and introduces a larger multiverse conflict.
So this one starts off. I didn't really know how to start it off. Kromaggs are here world. Intro to Kromaggs world.
It's
Kromagg
a,
invaded
it's invaded world. It's like Kromagg invaded world.
Yeah.
That's what it would be.
Kromagg
Because
invasion
that's
world.
what happened there.
Okay.
And then, of course, that leads into
French world.
French world.
Yeah. New France is what it was called.
Yeah.
So sometimes they kind of named these worlds.
That's true.
Like,
Yeah,
so that one was New France, or at least
Yeah.
that's what the professor said.
Professor smashing into guys with baguettes world.
And then the prison world, which
Yeah,
okay, you can either call it Outpost 113 world, which is what they call it,
Yeah, that's how we call it that.
Yeah.
or you can call it Earth. Oh no. It's an outpost, but I guess technically the Earth is Earth 113.
Oh, so they actually named that Earth.
So they named it
They
Earth
actually
113.
named it, man. Just the name.
Yeah, it would be Earth
Yeah.
113, and it would be if
But
you want to do
then the
/
professor-
Kromagg prison world.
But then the professor calls it Kromagg prison world.
I mean, it's
So
both.
which do
it's
we
both
do?
of them the
Fuck,
same.
I would go with the legal name.
The legal
Yeah.
name.
Earth.
What's on the property too?
Yeah.
All right, so Earth 113.
Yeah.
But I will do a little parentheses, Kromagg
Right.
prison world. Yeah.
And then
They go back to French world.
Then they go back to New France.
To New France.
Yeah, but we won't count that one because
Yeah,
we've already
Yeah,
seen it.
it's a double. But yeah, that's how they end up. And then that leads us into the
As
last
time.
episode, As
Yeah.
Time Goes By,
Three
which
worlds. Three.
it's a world where what is it? Where
Mexico is. We got Mexico.
España. Spain.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
España.
Republic Nueva España, this one's called. So this one they named. So that's kind of
Yeah.
easy. So it's just Republic Nueva España.
Yeah. And this one says a romantic and tragic finale where Quinn tries to save a woman across multiple collapsing dimensions.
This actually has like a end world, like end episode kind of sucks now you think about it.
What do you mean?
Sad note. Actually.
Like nothing really
They
gets. I mean, he
destroyed a whole
destroys.
other
Yeah,
world.
Oh yeah.
he destroys the
At the
world
end,
and
so he
doesn't
He's all
doesn't
awesome.
connect to
He's
that
like,
shit.
yeah, that world. just
That
goes
was
on
his
to
delivery.
say more.
Wow.
Wow.
We don't know
And-
if the world collapsed for sure.
No, it literally did.
Yeah.
We saw it. The professor himself says you destroyed a whole world because he's taken out a whole possibility that doesn't happen.
Oh,
anymore.
okay.
So that whole world is
Just
gone.
got sucked into the sky.
Yeah.
So then that world. So no, that world's backwards time world. That's the last one.
Yeah, so we had
Oh, actually, no,
New
that's the second.
España. So
This
we
one
had
actually had four worlds. So
Hmm.
Republic Nueva España.
Uh-huh.
Then it goes into where Quinn sees to go see her, and her boyfriend's abusive.
Oh, it's abusive world.
Well, I just put
dirtbag-
Quinn to the
dirtbag
rescue
world?
world.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I mean, at least in that world, he actually is successful in getting her out of like a bad
A
situation,
That's
and
true.
then like hooking him up with his double on that world. He did his double.
What a
solid.
wingman. Yeah. What a.
So I got you, bro.
Okay, so Quinn to the rescue world, and then it's backwards time world.
Yeah.
So that's that one was easy to kind of come up with.
That's it.
And
Then
then
we slide into the world where he's like, hey, she might be in this world. Rembrandt tells Quinn,
Give up world.
and he's like, there's a payphone, and then Quinn's like,
Nah, forget about it.
It's
you
over.
know what? When I rewatched that, it's true. When she mentions that she has a kid, his face does change.
He's all ill.
He's all. He had like
that's a lot. Well,
it
because
furrows a little
that's
bit. He's
because
like,
he doesn't
"Oh."
want to slide with.
No,
Bring a kid on
he
the
was
slide.
like, ew.
He's all you floozy. I thought I knew you.
But yeah, so I don't know what to call that last world.
Give up world.
Give up world.
It's over.
I
It's
mean,
over
You
world.
can only call
Quinn
it. You can
gives
only
up
call it.
world.
Quinn
that
calls it
because that's
quits?
just, like,
Quinn
based
calls
on
it
him.
quits. All
Quits.
right.
Yeah. No more Quinn to the rescue world.
Quitter Quinn.
That's it. He's like, I'm done with her. No more high school sweetheart world.
No more high school sweethearts. I initially just put Quinn the Lovesick. I was like, I don't know what to call that
Yeah.
one. Oh, it was a
Yeah,
tough
and
one.
that was and then
So
Because
that's
some of
it.
these, you don't really have much to go on.
So what's
That's
the
the
total
the
Yeah.
total count officially between those 13 episodes
And
was
season-
27 worlds.
for this
In
all
this
in all.
season?
All in all,
In this
or just
season.
in the
Just
season?
this season.
Okay, so in total, and
So we
adding
had
from the first,
21
time.
before, so that's 48 worlds that we've seen all
oh,
together.
but in combination of both seasons.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Well,
worlds.
get ready for a whole bunch more.
As the professor said, hold on, I have it here. And then I also did a little list of whose doubles we saw.
Oh,
What did
okay.
he say? I had a little
We,
thing.
Oh, this season marks the first time we
New
see
world awaits.
Wade. a Wade double.
New worlds await, he says. He
Can we-
says that in Obsession. Where does that land?
Okay.
Obsession. Shoot, where was the one where he...
Why? What are you trying to figure out?
Love Gods?
Oh, that's postponed.
Oh.
Never mind. I was trying to figure out. Like, I'm like, he seemed really... No, I don't know. I'm still trying to find clues. I will
Yeah.
find clues one of these days.
Okay. Yeah. So
That'll be
as
definite.
far as the doubles, this is the first time in this season we see a Wade double.
So we saw a Quinn double in the first one. We see a Wade double in this one, in Relentless.
Uh huh.
We see another Quinn double,
What's
You also see a past
what's
live
the total?
Wade.
Do you have a total of that?
a,
Can we just do a total?
a Professor double, and then a Rembrandt double. This is the second time we've seen a Rembrandt double.
Well, the first one was played by his actual
Little
brother.
But not this one, huh?
But no, not this one. In
Maybe
the
he was
in
busy.
the
But there was a scene
Good
where
for-
like
great fellas.
one's holding the jacket and he grabs the jacket from him.
He has a
Yeah.
villain.
And
He's a
then I'm
stand-in
just
in the
like, I
actual
was
scene.
like,
they just
whoa.
spliced this like the scenes together.
Yeah.
It's wild. It did, but it looked good. For
Yeah.
90s, it looked really good. Like
So
I was
did that
trying to-
dinosaur.
Yeah. You're all like,
Oh,
That
the
dinosaur was beautiful.
When was the other Quinn double that we saw? I forget.
the one that died.
Oh, the one that died. There we go. Right
Oh.
What?
in the pool.
Oh, in the Young and the Relentless.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. You do see
So
him. in there.
Quinn is still winning the doubles count here, though.
It got the most doubles.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because we saw. Oh no! Well, this would
This
have
is
been.
also the one that is playing the wizard.
Yeah, that's the first one
That's
that we
the first
see.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One him dead.
The one that almost resembles like if you were watching a Victorian movie, he would have been the sickly one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's like long hair. He's kind of like thin.
Can we do predictions for season 3? Oh, like, have you guys both seen season 3?
I don't
I-
remember. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I-
Me and
when
Ma-
they show like in Peacock, we'll show you like a little
Cover?
screen, of it, and I'm of the first episode.
Just like a shot of
And I'm like-
from the episode.
I wonder what the time difference was because now he has short hair now.
Whoa, bro! Don't spoil. But we're doing predictions, bro.
It's just a little bit shorter. I forget. I would assume that took place in '97, right?
Yeah.
They went
So
straight
within a
into
year
production
break?
after a year break. That's usually
Yeah.
how it goes.
Production. Okay, so predictions.
Okay, so my prediction is I'm assuming we're gonna see other Quinn. The original Quinn we saw in the first episode that
You
told him
think-
about sliding. That's one of my predictions.
Okay, we see original Quinn double.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? Make a little list and we'll see which ones come true.
We see.
I can't.
How many
tell you.
worlds do you think? What's your world?
Sorry, but you're
count?
not part of this.
I know I can't give you predictions. 'cause,
Can
How many? What do you think? How many worlds?
how many worlds do you think we see?
Yeah,
We saw 20, maybe another 27.
another 27.
27.
I think another 27.
I'm gonna guess.
You gonna go up? You gonna go down?
I'm gonna guess 28. I'm gonna guess.
I can guess on this one. You don't know
Oh,
exactly.
I think
The
there's
number of
I think
worlds?
there's like
Yeah.
double the amount of episodes though too.
Oh shit! Is next season
I
not
think it's
13
like
as well?
20-something episodes.
let me look up here. I'll tell you right now. I have to pull it up.
Fuck! I didn't know that. I made the assumption that it was
You're all
gonna
7
be
worlds.
13. Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
They stay
Hold
on
up,
the world
hold
for
up.
a really
Let me
long
pull this up.
time.
Say, I think we're gonna see.
Okay, now knowing that there's I guess we'll wait.
I don't
for
know
the
if there's
episode
double
count.
the episodes. I think that's a stretch.
I think we're gonna see another death of a double of another version of them in another world.
Oh,
I think
another
without a doubt,
death
we're gonna see a
double.
death double.
Oh shit, you're right. There's 25 episodes.
Holy shit! Is this the
I
longest
So
forgot.
season?
Xander thinks
I-
we see
maybe.
1 world per episode.
Oh,
That's more.
okay. I would take instead of 27, I'm gonna do 52.
52.
Yeah, season 3 is the longest episode count
that makes
because
sense.
season 2 only has
So
20.
it's
I'm
in the
gonna
middle of
say,
Season 4 has 22.
So there's 20.
25.
25, 50.
52.
I'm gonna say 61.
Damn, that's high.
61 is my
61?
guess.
Nah,
Really
I'll go
high.
33. I'm just gonna.
Whoa,
33
33.
worlds?
Yeah, you said 61.
Damn. Okay. Shama, should one
That's
of us
barely
get?
an increase,
Should we
though.
get?
You
Should
have
we
to think
get
about-
something if we win this?
No, what?
Fucking-
What was
You get to open a sliders pack, guys.
Yeah, you get to open a pack of cards.
Yeah.
So Xander says another death double,
Yeah.
and we see the original Quinn double. I think one prediction for me is we're gonna see at least
97. Oh,
at least 2 more abductions.
Oh, you mean like taking people from other worlds
Yeah.
and bringing them onto another one?
At least 2? There's 25 episodes, bro.
At least
That's
2.
low.
2 people,
I don't
2
remember
people are
if
gonna
they
go.
take anybody from.
They're done. They're done with
this-
that shit. You know what? I would
this world
hope in
onto
season
another.
3 they would stop doing that.
They're like, look, guys, I
And
think
then-
we've taken
We've
enough
done
people.
yeah.
And then at least
Oh.
3
Don't say
more
anything.
Okay, never
different
mind.
government.
I'm not going to say
worlds.
nothing.
At least 3. What?
3 more different where it's like specifically just different governments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
At least 3.
So do you want me to give you the names of the first 3 episodes for season 3, and we
Yeah,
can just kind
I'm okay
of
with that.
like. So the first
No synopsis.
episode.
The
no
first
sipping
episode-
off.
Okay,
The
I'll
just
just
first
give you the name.
episode is we jumped 37 worlds in one day.
Oh, shit. Damn.
You lost already.
I lost.
You lost already.
I'm still in, bro.
So the first episode is my favorite episode of the whole series.
Damn.
Rules of the game.
Rules of the game. Oh,
Yeah.
do they get hunted? Is this
You'll
them
just
playing
have to
the
wait.
world's
I'm not
most
gonna
dangerous game?
tell you. And then
That'd be
the second one is called Double Cross.
Double agents are
Oh.
involved.
And then episode 3 is called Electric Twister Acid Test.
Whoa!
What? Electric
Electric Twister Acid, Test.
Damn, they're all just gonna be on acid. Okay.
That was a weird one.
Let's see if
yeah.
they follow. If they're
Oh,
finally
they're in chronological.
no
Oh.
already no.
Dang it.
What was supposed to be the first
Double
episode?
cross,
Oh, okay.
and then rules of the game,
Is it?
and
okay.
then Dead Man Sliding,
Dead Man
Ooh,
Sliding.
that's a cool name.
Oh
I know.
wow, they moved that one down
and
pretty
then
far.
Electric
Dead
Twister.
Man Sliding, they
episode.
moved down to episode 10.
Holy shit.
Jeez, and then it's Electric Twister.
Oh really? Okay, so
Ooh,
here's the
this
ratings.
one I'm interested in.
Which one?
So it looks like the
Oh,
2,
this-
4, 6. It's good. It's supposed to be the 6th. It's called the Dream Master.
Oh, I remember that one.
Whoa!
You get special guests from X Files in that one.
Is it Scully?
No, no.
Do we ever see?
Yeah, do we ever
Scully
see-
Ever see
or-
Scully or Mulder?
Do we get one of them?
Xander, do you
No.
want to make that as one of your
I
predictions?
do. I would like to make.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
Xander's
yeah,
like, we're gonna
we
see
see at least
Scully.
one of the main
One of the
characters of
main-
X Files in an episode.
One
They were
name.
doing. It was a rough time for them. They really needed this
X-Files.
gig.
So
Yeah.
here's the ratings for the first 3 episodes. The Rules of the Game is a 7.2.
Okay.
A Double Cross is 7.8,
Oh,
which is I think was on par with Post Traumatic.
Oh, no.
interesting.
No,
okay.
Dino was a straight 7, and then Electric Twister Acid Test is a 6.6.
Ooh.
That's a bad
that's
episode,
worse
man.
than Dino.
Hey, your
Whoa!
Dream Masters is a 6.4.
Oh no!
Ooh, did not fuck with that episode, bro.
Shoot. All right. Well, you know what? Sometimes you can't trust a book by its cover, I guess,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
or
So
judge a book by its
we'll
cover.
see. We'll see what happens in season 3. So we got the next episode, episode 1 of season 3, Rules of the Game. We'll be
2 weeks
recording
from
that
now.
one on Father's Day.
Oh,
15th.
there you go.
There you go.
Yay!
I'm like, oh my God.
That's all he wants to do that day. We're doing it early.
I know.
It's like 10. It's 10 a.m.
He's all
It's
that's gonna
"Wake
have to
up!"
be. He's all that's gonna have to be at 8 in the morning because I want to be drunk by at least 2.
Yes, I won't know what's going on by the time the show starts. Yeah, so we'll do that one.
And this
Yeah,
one I
January
have to keep track of the
June
worlds
15th.
as each episode
Yeah, you should
goes
try to keep
because
track
I
of them
can't
from now on.
rewatch. It was already hard to rewatch 13 episodes.
Now
25.
imagine trying to rewatch 25 episodes.
I know.
It's
Get
not
'em
work,
all.
man.
Well,
Just
just
your time
keep-
speed, bro.
Well, now that you're all caught up, it should be easy to like keep them
That's
in
what
order.
we said. I think at the end.
Well,
for
I'll
season
remind you. I'll
Remember
remind
the
you.
count. Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
And
Yeah.
it was hard because I was rewatching it on Peacock, and so
Ads.
I would
Why
try to
didn't you
fast
grab the
forward.
Blu-ray?
Well, because I was watching it during like the lunches at work too.
Oh.
So I was like fast forwarding. So I was constantly going from like 60 seconds of commercials 2 minutes of screen time, and then I'd have to fast forward,
Uh-huh.
and then it was another 60 seconds of commercials. So I probably most of my watch was just commercials on Peacock.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right.
Well, all right. So yeah. So
But
that'll be-
overall, do we like second season more than first season, or first season more?
I think it's like
It's tough.
I don't know. I guess second season had. I liked the different themes.
Oh,
that you
yeah.
kind of go through through
Mhm.
the season, like like I said, like whether it was related to something like going on in pop culture or like literature wise. You know what I mean?
I feel like there was a little bit more depth to the worlds in our first season. Now looking back at these, okay.
Yeah.
So we had the pilot, which is like okay, but then we had Fever, we had Last Days, so that was
Mhm.
like the end of the world.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So now with season 3, I believe now it's not. It was switched over
Primetime?
from Fox to Sci-Fi,
Oh, okay.
and now I think they no
Oh.
longer shoot in Vancouver, and they're over here mostly in the
LA?
back lot and stuff like that.
Oh.
But I can't remember.
Wait, does that mean we're not gonna get an X Files fucking
There goes one of our
crossover?
predictions
bro.
already, man.
'Cause
We see instead the
Well,
cast. We're gonna
Not
see the cast
necessarily,
of.
because if we still have a cast member from popping up in Dream Masters.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
so
We're
it's
gonna
still
see.
possible.
We're gonna see a pop up of the cast members of the
Scully and
Yeah.
of the Mystery Science Theater 3000 instead.
I know, man.
that'd be
We're gonna see
great.
Crow in
Oh
there.
my god, I would love to go into a world where it is them doing Mystery Science Theater, basically.
That'd be great.
So this season had second season had obviously a bigger budget. I think you were getting the close when we were talking about this. That this one had a 1.2 to 1.5 budget per episode, 1.5 mil
damn.
per
Oh,
episode.
I thought you were gonna say for the season.
No,
and
no,
I'm
no,
like, that
per
feels
episode.
so low.
But then they still ended up getting like some cuts here and there, and that's what they had to in Dino Veritas. They were
Stay
just
one
stuck to
location.
one location, and then they used footage from Prehysteria and Carnosaur. Remember, look that up. So obviously this looks like season 3 got an even bigger budget because they have
Really?
double the episode order,
That's true.
Double episode
25
order.
episodes.
I would
So
imagine.
as far as like production value wise, I can't remember, but I guess we'll see how it looks.
We'll find out.
So we're a year further, and so hopefully stuff
Into
looks a
it.
little bit better. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get another beautiful dinosaur.
Sure, we'll do the dinosaur right.
Yeah.
So, do
we'll
you
see.
guys have out of the 2 seasons? Do you guys have a favorite episode?
Out of the 2
Oh,
seasons,
just
Two
from
all-
these
seasons,
two?
Yeah,
all
all
together?
Yeah, everything
Uh,
that we've seen.
I would have to say Into the Mystic.
Really?
Yeah.
Mystic
Wow.
was a good
I like that one.
I
What
love
about you?
Eggheads.
Oh
Eggheads
yeah,
still
that's
is
right.
number
He's
It's
one.
so good.
Okay,
I think
from
it's.
both
So, I
seasons.
don't think anything will ever top Eggheads. It's so unique.
What about Dino? You like Dino?
I love Dino, but I mean, it's still my
Oh,
favorite.
you just like
ironically.
the whole like
I
the
like
game aspect
yes,
of
I like
it.
the game aspect, and I like the having actual sports commentators and having markings
Oh
being
yeah.
done. Like there's a whole change. I think it feels really the most different.
Out
Yeah.
of all of them.
So hopefully we get some good variety of like different types of episodes for the season. See if they kind of keep up with like trying to stick with like what's current
Yeah,
going
sure.
on. See if they.
I
I
would
would
assume
assume
I mean,
so.
I guess I don't know, but do you want them constantly just like?
Well,
making
it just seems
odds?
like that's what they go for.
I think
It's
that's
easy to
maybe
do
what
for
I
the
think
writers.
maybe that's what I liked about the first season.
It's
Mhm.
very
More.
unique. It's not
Yeah,
unique.
well, I mean, it's
It's
very.
all things. I mean, the last episode of that season is a book. Is a short story.
I get that's true. Well, I guess that's true. What do they say? They say all the stories have already been
Yeah.
told, right?
Yeah.
It's just fucking, let's take
Yeah.
offense,
So
I
we'll
guess.
see. We'll see
Yeah,
what happens.
we'll see.
So
Do you have a favorite world?
a favorite world?
Of this season,
Yeah, out of those 27 worlds, which one was your favorite?
I don't know.
I'm on New Friends.
Maybe I don't know. I have no clue. I have to look through here again. No, none that I could think of at the moment.
yeah.
That was like a great world.
I don't think any of the worlds that they land on are a good one to stay in.
Yeah, there's no good ones. I want to live in this.
There's no good one to stay
Yeah.
in this world in this season.
I don't think anything's ever going to chop woman in charge world.
Oh, for you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
She's
you.
not
Come
doing
on now.
solid. Yeah.
So I have my best chances.
So also coming up, we have our 1 year anniversary. July 1st is our 1 year of doing this.
Oh, damn.
So
In a
maybe
month.
we'll see. Yeah, it's coming up pretty. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
In
A month exactly.
In a
now.
month, yeah.
In a month, it'll be a
Oh,
year
yeah,
of
'cause
us doing
it's
this
in
show.
March.
Yes,
You're right, yeah.
So I guess let me see. If we're doing that, July 1st lands on a Tuesday.
But
Maybe
then
we
that
make
also, that also puts us. So the next one is
the next episode is the 15th.
and then after
And then after that, maybe we'll make the 29th episode the special. 1 year anniversary episode, and then I'll post up on
How do
social
we-
media.
How did we do that before? Did that take place of an episode, or was that
Her
in the middle of
anniversary?
episodes?
What are you talking
when we
about?
did the 30th, or was that
We just did it in between.
we did it?
Yeah, we just did it in between
do
an
we wanna
episode.
Do this one as an in between, or do we
Yeah.
want to make it its own, or do we want to make it one of our episodes?
I don't think it'll be that long.
Oh,
An
you mean you
episode.
want to do like 2 episodes where we
I'm gonna buy
still
us a
do?
cake. It's gonna be good. It's
You
gonna
wanna-
have a little number 1 on it.
So you want to do where we like still do
Oh.
and then another episode in that same
Cheesecake
week?
from
I don't know, that's what
Porto's.
I'm like, there you go.
No, we could just do it
No,
as
I
an
thought we
episode in
figured out
between.
that we couldn't do a cheesecake from Porto's because we were trying to do one for your. Oh no,
Where do
that's
you
what
think
we
I
ate.
got it
That's
from?
literally
Bro.
what we ate.
Oh,
You're
God.
right.
Fuck.
All right. Well, you know
No,
what?
we'll just do we'll just put it as one of the episodes instead of
Okay.
doing 2, unless you want to
Okay.
do 2 episodes that week.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
that's fine.
I
So-
just wanted to make sure.
No, because it's gonna be a tough one because I think we said we were gonna post up on our social medias like the comics that we have. We'll do another read.
Oh,
We'll do
that's
another
true.
read through.
You're right. Okay.
Um,
All right then.
So as when we get closer to that, we'll go through them and I'll take some pictures of them and we'll post them up and you guys can vote as to which comic we should do.
Okay.
And then
that
we'll
sounds
kind of
good.
do it from there. Yeah. All right. So if don't forget to follow us on our social medias. We're on Instagram at Sliding Through Dimensions, on Twitter at Sliding Home, the number 1, on there, and also on TikTok. I gotta start posting some more videos. I have one of them from our previous episode already chopped up. I just have to edit it together and post it up. So I'll post a new one up there. And then don't forget if you're listening on Spotify, Apple, whatever, don't forget to follow us and then give us a like. And yeah,
I guess
and-
rate us.
yeah, rate us.
Yeah.
I've heard that helps. That helps us out.
Oh.
Yeah, and then also if you want to send us email or anything like that, their emails at slidingthroughdimensions@gmail.com. And yeah, until the next
Yes,
episode, we'll
see you in season
see
3.
yeah, we'll see everybody in season 3, and we'll see you all in the next world. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Sliding Through Dimensions for updates and extra content. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on new episodes dropping every other week. Until next time, see you in another dimension.